Okay, I'm back.
All right, we're going to get started. All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I see you, my YouTube family. Thank you for chiming in. Thank you for chiming in. I see you, Clubhouse family. You know what time it is. It is keeping up with Congress, y'all. It is keeping up with Congress. Sorry, I was just a few minutes late, but guess what? We are here. We are in the house. A special broadcast today. I'm not bringing you any bills, any legislation. I figured I'd give us a little bit of a break, just a little bit, because you know I'm gonna bring them back tomorrow. But if you are following me right here on YouTube, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit that notification, and share, family. But your girl is a reparationist. Reparations is at the top of my political agenda. I don't shy away from the conversation. Reparations, y'all. Reparations is now, right now. But today on this broadcast, I wanted to bring to you. Y'all know I got it. I've been hyped up on this song that's not even new, but it was so new to me. I heard it in one of our Clubhouse spaces. Somebody played it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, one of my fellow activists, and I'm like, this is it. This is our theme song, and many of us have been playing it, pumping this reparation song, y'all. And I have today with us Mr. Antonio. Antonio, I want to thank you for joining me in the room. Why don't you quickly introduce yourself? Because I got to play this song. I got to play it. So introduce yourself, Antonio.
Yes, my name is Antonio T. May Taylor, and I am the co-director of the nonprofit HH2L, which stands for Hip Hop into Learning. And Tamara, just thank you so much for having me on the platform today. I'm just excited to know that we are making an impact in the ADOS space as it relates to to reparations, because that's what this is about. But most importantly to us, it's about teaching the young generation how to be a part of the fight for reparations. And so that's what we are about. We are in this fight and this struggle with you all. So thank you.
Yes. So you know what? Reparations is, it is where we are. It is where this generation of us, reparations is where we are. It is where this generation of us is where this is our fight. I call this, our civil rights movement. This is, what they did in the 60s. This is now our turn to take where they left off, because they left off somewhere in the 60s. And this is the work that has to be continued today. So I'm a part of the reparations movement nationally. There's a lot of activists that are joining us in this Clubhouse space, that are watching us on YouTube, we follow each other, we support each other. And in every state, there's some sort of initiative, some push. We're holding our elected officials accountable in this fight for reparations. But before we dive into like how you got where you are with the music, I want to play reparations for those that have yet to hear it. There's this one little girl in this video, and she's dressed as Harriet Tubman. And I actually interviewed your wife, Antonio, about 2 weeks ago, I believe, and had a conversation with her. And I told her, I said, when you guys were shooting this reparations video, I was actually shooting the video, my Harriet Tubman video, for my campaign. So that same energy was being channeled not only through the young lady in this reparations video, but that same energy was being channeled through me. And it's just, I know that we're in our season. we're in this moment in time where our ancestors are making their presence known. And I want to play this video and play this song for those of you who have not heard it. But thank you, Antonio, for joining me. The Real Young Pop Prodigies, y'all. The group is called the Real Young Prodigies, y'all. So let's play this video.
When we come to Washington in this campaign, we're coming to get our check. The prodigies. Get up. Please. Reparations, Martin said we coming for our check.
Uh-oh.
Reparations ain't allowed. 1, 2, mic check. Green, that's who's everything around me. Dream. My legacy, you can't stop me. Coming for our 40 acres, HR 40, and I paper. Kicking the door. Come on, 40 acres and more. I'm 6.4 trillion. This shit know we fought the Civil War. We came from the poor. Freeman, I from the bottom, we still on the floor. We back to the Lord. Amen. Picking up Kai and our feet our sword. Straight out the underground, came from slavery. The only cemeteries that we have are the trees. Washing our bodies while they blowing the breeze. These are the north side, get free. That way came from submarine. When on the man was shit on me. Go ahead on the double, the world was ski. These are the north side, get free. Reparations, Martin said we coming for our check. Reparations ain't allowed. 1, 2, mic check. Green, that's who's everything around me. Dream. Let's see, you can't stop me. Coming for our 40 acres, HR 40, and I'm back. Put a bridge on the map. Police give up the strap. The sign of a buddy, no cap. Speaking of cap, Kaepernick taking knees at the flag. Where my justice at? We built this nation, better give me the right. All back, just to match it over in the gasoline. Cover up, 63. 400 years, it was still free. Alright, we rise, take it in. Kaepernick. Reparations, Martin said we coming for our check. Reparations ain't allowed. 1, 2, mic check. Green, that's who's everything around me. Dream. Let's see, you can't stop me. Coming for our 40, extra 40, and our check. We stuck in the trap. With no shoes, trying to pull up bootstraps. Increasing the gap. What got big, so we had to adapt. Discriminated because we black. I know work more than I know it's a fact. They try to this fast. Striking our bars so we can't come back. 30 years ago, on February 19, you said trying to make a copy. If it happened to them, it happened to me. Students have been fired to a free. Prodigy. Reparations, Martin said we coming for our check. Reparations ain't allowed. 1, 2, mic check. Green, that's who's everything around me. Dream. Let's see, you can't stop me. Coming for our 40 acres, HR 40, and I'm paper. Yo, prodigies.
All right. This video, this song, I swear, y'all, it makes me like every time I hear it, I just go to bouncing. Antonio, tell us about these children. Who are these babies that are like screaming from the ancestors? Who are these babies?
These babies are who we call our kids, our babies. And these wonderful, talented, gifted youth are the kids from Louisville, Kentucky, home of Muhammad Ali, home of Breonna Taylor, who are in our program at HH&2L. Again, we are a nonprofit. HH&2L stands for Hip Hop into Learning. And these talented, brilliant kids are the kids who are in our program, and they are leading the way when it comes to policy, when it comes to activism, when it comes to using their voice, when it comes to being young influencers in their community. And they are dedicated to changing the world around them. And we are just so proud of them for standing up and being a bright light in what we know can be a dark world. So we just love our kids, and we just salute them and support them on anything that they want to do. And this was a project that they absolutely wanted to do. So do you want me to give you some background information?
Yes.
Okay,
Go, please.
So while we were taking some of our students to school one morning, Charlemagne the God from the Breakfast Club happened to be on the radio, and their conversation was about HR 40, which is reparations. So what our students began to ask, well, what is this reparations? They talking about getting money for us? And we were like, absolutely. So they was like, well, we want to know, we want to learn more about reparations, but not only that, we want that to be our next song. So me and my wife, as always, we love the fact that they lead the projects that they want to work on. That way that they're passionate about it, it's their idea, and we know that they're going to be invested in what they're going to work on. So my wife, who is the brilliant woman that she is, and I love how she does this, she began to really research and study reparations, what it is, how it was first conceived, what it's about. Also from a policy standpoint, where are we now with reparations? How has it been presented? Is it up to go through the Senate? Has it been heard? So she began to study all these facts. So she compiled those facts into a curriculum for the kids. So it took about 2 or 3 weeks in the classroom with the kids, and we talked about, HB 40, what it meant, what reparations was, as far as it being a repair for what was to fix the unjust things that were done to us, especially economically. We even talked about, Martin Luther King, the real Martin, that was standing up for us to get, our reparations. That's why you hear in our song, we're coming to get our check. Because that's what Martin said. So we taught them also that history of it. Also, we taught them about also in tow with us getting our reparations. So once we gave them that information, Tamara, then from there, that's when we start actually writing the actual song. So we always want our kids to lead in that as well from a production standpoint. So they chose that beat, Cardi B. They loved that beat. They thought it had the energy, it had the feel, it had the vibe that they wanted for a song like that, because this was going to be, they want this song to be a demand, not an ask, but a demand, that we're coming to get our money, and they really want to tell people why. Why do we want reparations? Why is it important that we have it? And so they chose that beat, and these kids really worked hard to write the bars that they came up with. They flowing, Tamara.
God, yes, I'm telling you.
Flowing.
Yes, that's like my jam. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they flowing. So they really worked hard. And what I love about it, Tamara, is that they wrote it in I want to say it was kind of like it was kind of like a freestyle fellowship, because they wrote the song all together. Like it was 12 or 13 kids in the classroom all writing this song together. So no one person or 2 persons or 3 persons wrote this song. This was a collective of about 13 kids writing on this song, using the information that had been taught to create these bars and create the activity to make what you hear now. So that's how it all began. Went to the studio, recorded it, and then me and my wife, this was before we started getting funded. We went into our own pockets to pay for what we do every year, which is called civil rights tours. So we went to Alabama, we went to Selma, we let them go to the Pettus Bridge and kind of, just feel the spirit of the ancestors. We also went to Montgomery to the lynching museum and to the museum in Montgomery, for them to get a real deep dive into the history of us and our struggle as Black people. And that was really life-changing for them and their parents to see those things. And then while we were there in Alabama, of course, we recorded the majority of that video that you see now. And the remainder of it we recorded here at an old plantation that is in Louisville, Kentucky. Yes, we have an old slave plantation right here in Louisville, Kentucky. And Louisville and Kentucky, during the slave times, it was supposed to be a neutral state, but it wasn't. It was really a port where a lot of slaves were traded. But it was supposed to be a neutral state, but we know what happened in Kentucky. They had slaves and plantations and things of that sort. So, we found one that was here in Kentucky that's still up as a museum, and we recorded some of the video in Louisville as well. So that's basically how all this came to be. It was a project that the kids really want to do.
And it is a phenomenal piece of work. I mean, when I heard this song, I'm like, who are these children? Who are the brains, the parents, and the leadership behind them? I went on a quest to find you guys.
You found us.
I was determined to find you. I'm like, I don't know who these people are. I started like digging and found the email address on the. I'm like, I'm reaching out. They might not reach back, but I'm reaching out, and I just wanted you to know that, you know, we those of us in this reparations movement, you know, the fact that these kids are talking about the racial wealth gap, like y'all really did go in to teach them the specifics.
Absolutely. That's very important because we know, Tamara, that we're going to get reparations, right?
Amen.
We know we're going to get it, but it may not be in my lifetime or your lifetime, even though we hope that happens. But I truly do feel, me and my wife, we truly believe that it will be in the lifetime of these kids that we are working with. So we want them to be ready to receive it, to know why they're getting it, to understand what to do with it when they get it, and to know that they count, that they matter, that they help fight for this. Like, they're the reason why they got it. They were a big part of the reason of why they got reparations. So that was very important for us to do that deep dive for them to understand those three things.
Yeah, and it's in the every word in the song proves that they did their homework. Like, they did their homework. They knew what they were talking about. They were, and the passion and the you know, you could feel the fierceness off these children. Like, I mean, the way they were bouncing in the video, and you could just hear it. Oh my God. I'm telling you, this is literally like our anthem. We rocking this in the movement. So just thank you, Antonio, for all the great work that you and your wife and pouring into these children. How old are they? Like, how, I know they're probably older now. This was shot in 2019, but how old were they when you guys shot this video and when they started working on this project?
You were on mute. I couldn't hear you, Tamara. I'm sorry.
I said, these children, how old were they when you guys started working on the project? Because they're a couple years older now, but some of them were really little.
Yeah, some of them are really, because so our program, we have in our program kids that are in the 3rd to the 12th grade. So that's usually kids that are, I want to say 8, 11, 12, all the way up to 16, 17 years old. So the kids that were on this particular song, at the time, I think the youngest kid we had was about 11 years old, and the oldest kid that we had at the time, I believe she was 15 years old.
No, so that little girl, she little. She must have been.
Oh yeah, the little girls, yeah, because they were in elementary, right? So
yeah, they little
girls.
The
little girl. So that would be Renee, D'Angela, and Amaya. So they were probably,
they look like 3rd or 4th grade. Like, they really look like little kids.
Yeah, they just looked little, but they were in the 3rd grade for sure. But I think they were probably maybe around 10 or 11, right?
I don't know.
10 or 11.
Okay, they look so little. They just look like little babies.
They do. They look so little. I know. Yeah, yeah, they look little. And if you look at their new video, Crown, right, you can see how they've grown up so much over the last 2 years. Because I think the reparations project, that was in 2019, I believe, and this is 2021. Yes, so that was about 2 years ago.
Yeah, I'm just. They make me so proud. So proud. And I just appreciate you and your wife and your organization for pouring into these young souls. Like, this is the next generation. I feel like they got us. Look, we're going to be old in our rocking chairs, and they got us.
They got us. They absolutely have us. And just to speak on my personal experience, Tamara, of why I do this, I'm a foster child from the projects of Joliet, Illinois. So the first memory that I have of my mom was that she was my sister. I didn't know that my mom was my mother, but because I was in foster care, I had an experience where my foster parents really poured into me and my brother, and we didn't become that statistic that they say you will be if you're born into poverty and you go into foster care. We did not become that statistic. So, and it's only because there was a village around us. There were people around us that loved us and that really fought for us as kids to be able to be in a place to where we had opportunity and resources. So I knew at an early age, Tamara, I knew that I owed what I call a debt. I owed a debt. And I owed, paying back the ancestors that helped me. And I owed my life work to give back to a young child to make sure they had the same opportunity that I had. So that's what this work is about. This work is about purpose. And that's different from passion, even though they can be intertwined. But I would say my passion is different than my purpose, because now I truly believe I'm in my purpose when it comes to actually serving these kids and just giving them life-changing experiences and allowing them to use their voice for change. So that's why I'm doing this work, because of my life and the things, that I experienced in my life. And I know that somebody believed in me and gave me a chance. And I want to do it for as many kids as I can do it for. I want to do the same.
Yeah. And tell us more about your organization. Like, what is it that you're doing to uplift these children and to prepare this next generation? Tell us about that. Uh-oh. Can you hear me, Antonio?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes, ma'am.
I was saying, tell us about your organization and what you're doing now to uplift those children. Uh-oh. We're having some glitches, y'all. Can you hear me, Antonio?
Yeah. Can you repeat that?
I said,
yeah, I heard you, but can you repeat that? Because you were
coming in and out. Yeah, I see it says poor connection. We're having some internet issues, y'all, but bear with me. I was saying, tell us as we head out, tell us what your organization is and all about, and tell us what you're doing to uplift this next generation. Tell us more about that.
Okay, so HH&2L, of course, stands for Hip Hop into Learning. And basically what we are a safe place for kids to develop their talents and tell their stories. We are a nonprofit. Our kids are from, they're from low income communities. We do that on purpose. And we are here to just give our kids a voice to teach them about policy so they can help change the world. And we are just here to serve our kids, Tamara. And if you want to know more about HH2L, go to our website at hhn2l.org. Look at all of our programs. The Real Young Prodigies is just one of our programs. We have many programs like Pins Up and Bars Down, which I'm at right now. We also have our Civil Rights Tour that we do with parents. We have our Trap Camp, which stands for Teach and Respect about our planet. So we have many programs that we use to reach kids and to help them develop their talents again and to tell their stories and to become young influencers in this world so they could be a shining light in what we know can be a dark world. So that's who we are in a nutshell.
Yes. Well, Antonio, I just want to thank you. I know that you have a busy day ahead, and I just want to thank you for joining me in this space today on Clubhouse and shedding light on the young prodigies and all the great work that you're doing.
Hello, Tamara?
Uh-oh. Can you hear me, Antonio? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, did you lose me?
No, I think we're just having some internet issues. I just wanted to say thank you because we're having some serious internet issues today. I wanted to say thank you for joining us on this broadcast and being the leader that you are. We greatly respect the work that you're doing. I'm so proud of these young people. And you'll have to make sure you come back to the Clubhouse space and to YouTube and share more about what you guys are doing.
Absolutely. Anytime, Tamara. And thank you for the work you're doing, okay? And we're gonna be on the path for you to win that Senate seat, okay?
Amen. And I receive that.
Yes, let's receive that. Let's put that out to the atmosphere. Let's do that.
Amen.
And then the kids gonna perform at your celebration rally, okay?
Amen. Look, I'm really receiving that. I can't wait to see all of them.
Yeah, absolutely. We coming, all right? We coming to Georgia.
Amen. Amen. Antonio, thank you for joining us on this broadcast of Keeping Up with Congress. Thank you. I see my Clubhouse family and my YouTube family. Thank you for joining me. Antonio, we'll talk soon. I know you got to head out, so we'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. All right, YouTube. Thank you for joining me. That was Mr. Antonio with the Young Prodigies. OMG. This next generation, I know they have us. They got us. We're good. We're good with this next generation. So I want to thank you for joining me. If you have not gone to my website, I ask that you go to the website. www.tamara, Tamara4FOR, GeorgiaSpelledOut.com. Go to the website, make a donation, be a part of this campaign. I cannot do this without you. It's going to take all of us to get it done. I am Tamara Johnson Shealey. You know, I come to you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube, right here in the Clubhouse space. I see you, Nina. I see you, Reparations. Who is that? Reparations for Life. I see you, family. We're going to come over to the Clubhouse space and chop it up over there. But I just want to thank you, YouTube, for joining me. I will see you tomorrow. Yes, we will have some bills tomorrow, but I wanted to bring Mr. Antonio with the Young Prodigies. I wanted to bring him to the broadcast today, give you guys a somewhat of a break, but you know we'll be back tomorrow because we will not get reparations without negotiations. So I will see you tomorrow. Have a good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in for Keeping Up with Congress. I am Tamara Johnson Shealey, your candidate for the United States Senate. I'm a progressive Democrat that believes that reparations will make America great. It is time that we bridge the divide in this country. Please go to the website, that's Tamara4Georgia.com, www.tamara, Tamara4FOR, GeorgiaSpelledOut.com. Please join me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here for Keeping Up with Congress.